السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله الذي لا إله سواه والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم تقبل منا صيامنا وصلاتنا وقيامنا. اللهم اعف عنا وعافنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم تقبل منا واستر عيوبنا وآمن روعاتنا واستر عوراتنا وأصلح ذات بيننا. A brief reflection, inshallah ta'ala, and reminder to myself and to you. First, in what we recited earlier, is Salat al-Isha from Surat Al-Nahl. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us, and through that He reminds us that He is the creator of everything, including of time. And that time to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala is not like time to us. We are subjected to time. He is not subjected to time. Even to us, the time is relative. So He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَا أَمْرُ السَّاعَةِ إِلَّا كَلَمْحِ الْبَصَرِ أَوْ هُوَ أَقْرَبُ. وَمَا أَمْرُ السَّاعَةِ إِلَّا كَلَمْحِ الْبَصَرِ أَوْ هُوَ أَقْرَبُ. The event of the hour is just like a blink of an eye, or even nearer. Verily Allah has power over all things. My dear brothers and sisters, again, may Allah protect us and guard us from being deluded from ghurur in this life, because we've been living long, or we've been living with too many problems, or we've been living with too much pleasures, because sometimes people are deluded, and this is a sort of fitna, either by too much misery or problems or difficulties or challenges, or because they are well-to-do. There is power, there is wealth, there is ease. Both is fitna. وَنَبْلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً وَإِلَيْنَا تُرْجَعُونَ. And thus, sometimes we live as though there will be no hour, and that it is too far ahead. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years or more. All of that is كَلَمْحِ الْبَصَرِ أَوْ هُوَ أَقْرَبُ. Allah says to us, that's just like, a very quick blink of an eye, or even nearer or shorter than that. And thus, I and you, we all need sisters and brothers, and to remind our families, children and spouses, and to remind one another to be constantly and to strive to be constantly conscious and aware of this reality, my dear brothers and sisters. And then somewhere else in Surat Az-Zukhruf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, and I want to connect the two, وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ يُقَيِّضْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا فَهُوَ لَهُ قَرِينٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ لَيَصُدُّونَهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ. And anyone who deviates or turns away from the dhikr of the Rahman subhanahu wa ta'ala, the dhikr of the Rahman, the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, the dhikr, and ultimately the dhikr, the divine revelation, the Qur'an of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and therefore dhikr. The person who lives like that and who chooses to live like that, and this is ilm al-ghaib, Allah is telling us. This is spiritual psychology, and Allah is telling us, to which we have no access without revelation. What happens to those of us who are not in dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, and who turn away from the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, especially the Qur'an, and they don't read it, We don't read it, we don't recite it, we don't ponder it, we don't live by it, we don't reflect in it, we don't try to live by it. What happens? نقيض له شيطانا فهو له قرين. Subhanallah. The divine will is that for such a person there will be a shaitan who will continuously and enduringly be accompanying that person, qareen, joined with him or with her. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ at all times. Do you see shaitan? You don't see it physically. But Allahumma astur, for many, many of us, and I don't know how many, perhaps I don't want to say all, there is always one shaitan. Or for some of us, many more. Why? We are not in dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal. We do not ponder the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. We do not equip ourselves with the shield of the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are not in remembrance, in dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan is qareen. And what does he do, says Allah Azza wa Jal? وَإِنَّهُمْ لَيَصُدُّونَهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ. And that shaitan who is joined to that person, يَصُدُّونَهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ. They, each shaitan, will lead the one to whom he is joined, lead them astray, suggests to them, teaches them, proposes to them, injects into them, whispers into them, makes them think and feel this way and that way. And of course, when we feel that way, what do people say? They say, I think, I feel, I like, I dislike, I agree, I disagree. And for many of these instances, as this ayah indicates, Tushir indicates that that's the act of shaitan and the influence of shaitan. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. And that's a spiritual psychology, if you will, of a human reality and how human behavior and comportment can be affected by factors that are beyond what you see. وَإِنَّهُمْ لَيَصُدُّونَهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ. And since such people, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, are not aware of that existence and are not aware through the nur of Allah Azza wa Jal in their hearts of dhikr to see things the way they should be, to understand things the way they should be, they say there is nothing wrong with us. وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. There is nothing wrong with us. We are, on the contrary, on the right track. We understand well, we are doing well, and everything is right, and we ought to be followed. وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. This is why the absence of dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. استحوذ عليهم الشيطان فأنساهم ذكر الله. Says Allah Azza wa Jalla somewhere else, almost with the same meaning in the Qur'an. Shaitan has overpowered them, has ruled over them, has surrounded them, has controlled them. استحوذ عليهم الشيطان. And thus made them forget the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. اللهم اجعلنا من الذاكرين، اللهم اجعلنا من المصلين، اللهم اجعلنا من التالين لكتابك الكريم، اللهم اجعلنا من المستغفرين، اللهم اجعلنا من الداعين، اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين، اللهم طهر قلوبنا من كل داء ومن همزات الشياطين وأن يحضرونا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله الطاهرين الطيبين وأصحابه الميامين والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين.